And it is incredibly disappointing, but not unsurprising, that the Prime Minister, of whom I asked this question, is not here today, despite not having any official engagements. And I think, Mr. Speaker, his absence speaks volumes, as does his smirks on the media. The public have already drawn their own conclusions. He can run, but he can't hide. Mr. Speaker, I received an email this morning from a man called John, who told me on the 20th of May 2020, I found my long-time partner dead on the bathroom floor. I'd been unable to get a GP visit for her, and she had suffered terribly for some time before the blood clot stopped her heart. That day, the House heard from the Prime Minister himself that 181 NHS workers and 131 social care staff had died. Many people made huge personal sacrifices. And the Minister, quite frankly, hides behind the Gray investigation. There's no need for an investigation into the simple, central question today. Did the Prime Minister attend the event in the Downing Street Garden on the 20th of May 2020? It won't wash, Mr. Speaker, to blame this on a few junior civil servants. The Prime Minister sets the tone.
Yeah, exactly.
If the Prime Minister was there, surely he knew.
Exactly.
The investigation was sent, the invitation was sent to 100 staff. Many of them his own most personal senior appointees. This was organised in advance, Mr. Speaker. So did the Prime Minister know about the event beforehand, and did he give its permission for it to go ahead? And if so, did he believe this event was keeping with the restrictions at the time and the guidelines? And was the Chief Medical Officer consulted before it went ahead? And what did the Chancellor know about the party, given that he lives and works next door? And can the Minister confirm that no other ministers were present? And finally, Mr. Speaker, can I ask the Minister here today, does he still believe the Prime Minister to be a man of honour and integrity?
Let's look around. Where is the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister should be here to answer these serious questions. Where is the government front bench? And indeed, where is the government back benches? Mr. Speaker, this is the most serious of matters, because this is the Prime Minister who has been accused of breaking a law that he himself set. It could not be more serious, and I have sympathy with the Minister, who is the fall guy, to have to answer this today. The harsh reality, Mr. Speaker, is that people round these islands watch loved ones dying and missing funerals, and the PM and his staff partied behind the walls of his private garden. Mr. Speaker, on that very day, on the 20th of May, there was a tweet from the Metropolitan Police reminding people of their responsibilities. You could only meet with one person outside. The Cabinet Secretary for Culture gave a press conference at Number 10 at 5 p.m, reiterating that message. There was one rule for the rest of us and another rule for those in Number 10. Now, the Minister is seeking to hide behind the investigation, but let me ask the Minister, was Sue Gray one of those invited to that party on the 20th of May, and did indeed she attend? Mr. Speaker, this is a Prime Minister that has lost his moral authority. He doesn't deserve the respect and the trust of the people of these islands. And if he won't do the decent thing and recognise that he ought to resign, I say to the Minister, and I say to the Conservative backbenchers, that they are going to have to do what the Prime Minister has failed to do, and force him from office, and do it now.
Perhaps it would be faster if Sue Gray were to investigate the days that there weren't parties on. Now, the Minister, I have sympathy for the Minister, because he's been sent with his gatherings excuse to defend the utterly indefensible. We know, do we not, Mr. Speaker, that an invite to a Bring Your Own Booze party was sent out for the 20th of May, when 268 people died in hospital on that day. We know that it was illegal to meet anyone outside of your own household except one person overnight. So what is there to wait for? The Prime Minister should come here now, fess up and tell us what happened.